Right now, millions of cat owners around the world hear that same soft, familiar sound every single day. Their cat slowly walks over, curls up right beside them, closes its eyes, and begins to purr. And in that moment, most people smile and think, "My cat is happy. My cat loves me. Everything is fine." But here is what nobody tells you. That sound, that gentle rhythmic vibration you have heard 1,000 times, is not always what you think it is. In fact, scientists have spent decades trying to understand it, and what they finally discovered about cat purring is so surprising, so unexpected, that it will completely change the way you see your cat forever. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never hear your cat purr the same way again. Let us start with what most people believe. If you ask any cat owner, anywhere in the world, why their cat purrs, they will give you the same answer every single time. Because they are happy, because they feel safe, because they love me. And yes, sometimes that is absolutely true. But here's where things start to get very interesting. Cats do not just purr when they are happy. Think about that for a moment. If purring only meant happiness, then why do cats purr when they are in pain? Why do they purr when they are injured, when they are frightened, when they are sick, when they are giving birth, and even in their final moments when they are dying? These are not rare exceptions. Veterinarians and animal researchers have observed this behavior consistently across every breed in every country for decades. A cat with a broken bone will purr. A cat recovering from surgery will purr. A cat that is terrified and hiding will purr. A cat taking its last breath will purr. So the question that puzzled scientists for years was this: why would an animal use the same sound to express happiness and to manage pain? Why would the same vibration mean something so completely different depending on the situation? That question haunted researchers for a very long time, and when they finally found the answer, it shocked the entire scientific community. The truth is, purring is not just an emotion. It's not just a feeling your cat is expressing to you. It is something far more powerful, far more biological, and far more extraordinary than anyone had ever imagined. Here's the dark secret that most people never hear about. When a cat purrs, its body produces vibrations at a frequency between 25 and 150 hertz. And here's where the science becomes truly remarkable. Researchers studying sound therapy and animal biology discovered that this specific frequency range, 25 to 150 hertz, is the exact same range that has been shown to promote bone healing, reduce inflammation, relieve pain, decrease swelling, and repair damaged muscle tissue. Let that sink in for a second. Your cat's body, completely on its own, naturally produces the exact sound frequency that science has identified as healing. Not approximately, not close, the exact same range. This means that every time your cat purrs, it is not just making a noise, it is running its own internal healing system. Its muscles are vibrating, its bones are being stimulated, its tissue is being repaired. Your cat is, in the most literal and scientific sense of the word, healing itself through sound. And this is not just a theory. This is why cats are known to survive injuries that would destroy most other animals. This is why a cat can fall from a 5-story building and walk away. This is why cats recover from fractures and surgeries at a rate that continues to surprise veterinarians. Their bodies heal faster, their bones are denser, their recovery time is shorter, and the purr is one of the most significant reasons why. But perhaps the most extraordinary example of this healing connection happened not in a laboratory, but in a nursing home in Providence, Rhode Island. His name was Oscar. He was a small, ordinary-looking cat who lived inside a dementia care unit at the Steerhouse Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Oscar was not an especially affectionate cat. He did not seek attention from staff or visitors. He went about his days quietly, doing very little of note. But the nurses began to notice something strange. Oscar would walk the hallways slowly, stopping at certain rooms, sniffing under certain doors, and then he would go inside, jump onto the bed of a specific patient, curl up beside them, and begin to purr, loudly, continuously. At first, no one paid much attention, but then the pattern became impossible to ignore. Every single patient that Oscar visited in this way, every single one, died within 4 hours of his arrival. He was never wrong, not once. In over 50 confirmed cases, Oscar predicted death with complete accuracy. Doctors, nurses, and researchers were stunned. Medical journals wrote about him. He was featured in the New England Journal of Medicine. No one could fully explain it. Some believed he was sensing changes in body chemistry. Others thought he detected specific scents released by the body in its final hours. But what struck everyone most was not just that he knew, it was what he did when he knew. He stayed, he curled up, he purred. He did not leave until the person was gone. Whether Oscar was offering comfort or healing or simply bearing witness, no one knows for certain. But what his story tells us is that the connection between a cat's purr and the human experience of pain and death is something far deeper than we have ever understood. And this brings us to something even more remarkable: what the purr is doing to you. Multiple independent studies have now confirmed that when a cat purrs near a human body, those vibrations do not just stay in the air. They pass through skin, through muscle, through bone. And what they do inside the human body is extraordinary. Research from the University of Minnesota tracked cat owners over a period of 10 years. The results were striking. People who owned cats had a 40% lower risk of dying from a heart attack compared to people who had never owned a cat. 40%. That is not a small difference. That is the kind of number that changes medical recommendations. When your cat sits on your chest and purrs, your blood pressure begins to drop within minutes. Your cortisol levels, the stress hormone that damages your heart, weakens your immune system, and disrupts your sleep, start to fall. Your breathing slows. Your nervous system shifts from a state of tension into a state of calm. Your body, without any effort on your part, begins to heal. People living with chronic depression have reported that the simple act of sitting quietly with a purring cat reduced their symptoms more effectively than many standard coping strategies. People with anxiety disorders describe the purr as something almost meditative, a sound that pulls them out of their thoughts and back into the present moment. People recovering from illness, from grief, from trauma have all described the same thing: the purr helps. Some hospitals and rehabilitation centers have begun introducing therapy cats for exactly this reason, not because it sounds nice, because the data supports it. The purr is not just comforting, it is clinically measurable, it is physically real, and it is happening in your home every single day without you even noticing. So, the next time your cat climbs onto your lap without being asked, without any invitation, without any reason you can see, stop and consider this. Maybe they are not seeking warmth. Maybe they are not being selfish. Maybe, in the only way they know how, they are trying to help you. Now, before we go further, let us clear up some of the biggest myths about cat purring, because there is a lot of misinformation out there, and some of it is genuinely surprising. Myth number 1. Only domestic cats purr. This is false. Many wild cats also purr, including cheetahs, cougars, and bobcats. The difference is that big cats like lions and tigers roar instead of purr, because the structure of their vocal cords works differently. But purring itself is not unique to your house cat. Myth number 2. Cats purr only when they are awake. Also false. Cats can purr while they are sleeping. If you've ever heard your cat making that gentle sound while completely unconscious, you are not imagining it. The purring mechanism in cats is largely automatic. It doesn't require conscious effort. Myth number 3. Purring always means your cat is comfortable with you. This is the most dangerous myth. As we have already discussed, cats purr in pain, in fear, and in distress. A cat that purrs when you pick it up is not always enjoying the experience. Sometimes it is managing its own anxiety. Learning to read the full context, the body language, the eyes, the tail, the ears, is essential to truly understanding what your cat is communicating. And now, let us talk about the dark side. Because not every purr is a healing gift. Some purrs are something else entirely. Scientists have identified a very specific type of purring called the solicitation purr. And what makes this purr different from all the others is what is hidden inside it. Researchers at the University of Sussex conducted a fascinating study. They recorded cats purring in 2 different situations, once when the cat simply wanted company, and once when the cat specifically wanted food. When they analyzed the recordings, they found something extraordinary hidden inside the food-related purr. Embedded within the normal purring frequency, the cats had added a second sound, a high-pitched cry that vibrated at almost exactly the same frequency as a human infant crying. Not similar, almost identical. And here's the most important part. This secondary cry was so subtle that most people could not consciously hear it as a separate sound. They just heard purring, but their brains heard something else entirely. When human volunteers were played these recordings, the solicitation purr triggered an immediate response, a feeling of urgency, of need, of something that had to be attended to right away. The same automatic reaction that a parent has to a crying baby, except it was a cat, and the humans had no idea why they suddenly felt the need to get up and do something. Your cat did not learn this trick last week. This behavior evolved over thousands of years of living alongside humans. Generation after generation of cats discovered, through trial and error, that this specific sound, this hidden cry buried inside a purr, made humans respond faster, more reliably, and more generously than any other signal they could produce. The purr you thought was pure love? Part of it is, but part of it is also one of the most sophisticated behavioral manipulations in the animal kingdom, and it works on everyone. Researchers found that even people who had never owned a cat, who had no emotional connection to cats whatsoever, responded to the solicitation purr with the same sense of urgency. Your cat is not just a pet, it is a communicator of extraordinary skill, and the purr is its most powerful tool. So now that you understand what purring really is, how do you tell the difference in real life? How do you know in any given moment what your cat's purr actually means? The first type is the contentment purr. This is the one most people recognize. Your cat is lying in a patch of sunlight, completely relaxed, body loose, eyes half closed, not asking for anything, not going anywhere. The purr is slow, steady, and low. There is no urgency in it, no hidden frequency. This is your cat at complete peace. This is the purr that means exactly what you always thought it meant. The second type is the bonding purr. This happens when your cat kneads its paws slowly into your lap or your chest, eyes closed, head slightly tilted. This behavior, the kneading, the slow rhythmic pressure, is something cats carry from the earliest days of their lives. As kittens, they needed their mother to stimulate milk. When an adult cat does this to you, it means something profound. You are not just a person to them. You are safety. You are warmth. You are home. You have become, in the most emotional sense, their safe place.
The third type is the healing purr. This one requires your attention. If your cat is hiding, under a bed, inside a closet, behind furniture, and you can hear them purring quietly, do not assume they are fine. A cat that retreats and purrs alone is often in pain, frightened, or unwell. They are running their internal healing system because they need to. This is not contentment, this is survival, and it is a signal that you should look more carefully and consider whether a visit to the vet is needed. The fourth type is the solicitation purr, the one with the hidden cry. You will recognize it by the context more than the sound. It happens right before feeding time. It happens when your cat wants something specific. The cat will often make direct eye contact, position itself near the thing it wants, and purr with an intensity that feels slightly different, slightly more urgent than usual. Your body will often respond before your mind does. You will find yourself getting up without quite knowing why. Once you learn to read these four types, something shifts. You stop hearing your cat as background noise. You start hearing them as a voice, imperfect, non-human, but full of meaning. And you realize that your cat has been trying to tell you things all along. You just did not know how to listen. So the next time your cat curls up beside you and begins to purr, stop what you were doing, put down your phone, turn off the noise, and really listen. That sound is not just a sound, it is a biological miracle that heals bones. It is a frequency that lowers your blood pressure and protects your heart. It is a hidden language that your cat has been speaking to you for years. It is one of the most complex, most intelligent, and most misunderstood things happening inside your home right now. Most people will go their entire lives hearing that purr and thinking, "Oh, my cat is happy." You now know the full truth. You know what is really happening. You know what your cat is really saying. And if this video changed the way you think about the animal sleeping beside you tonight, share it with someone who loves cats, because they deserve to know this too. If you want to keep learning the hidden secrets behind your cat's behavior, the things that most owners never discover, subscribe to this channel. We are only just beginning. Thank you for watching. Take care of your cat, and the next time they purr, you will know exactly what it means.